Hey there, everybody. Sloppy here. I don't know what just happened when I don't worry about it. Welcome back to our beautiful Creativerse world, where we are at 375 players have logged into this server, which is a bananas number. 375. That is more people than were in my graduating high school class. I mean, I grew up in a small town, so my graduating class was like 60. So it's like a bunch more. And that was a bad comparison, and let's just move past it. It's a lot of people, and thank y'all very much for being here. And I'm very excited to be back playing. So, last time I talked about machines. Machines are cool, as the kids say. And, oh, on already. I don't remember what I set this to. It's not important. Did I die? What? Okay, ignore that phone call sound because I already picked it up and answered it, and then I started the recording again. Well, this is a bit weird. Not totally sure what happened here, but it looks like my inventory got reset somehow. That's alright. Let me go gear up because it's probably in the title. I want to try and spare... What is going on with my voice today? Goodness. This is why I don't have iced coffee. You know what I mean? It just gets me too... I don't know. I've lost my mind. Wow. I've completely lost where I was. I'm gonna go put on armor and stuff, and, yeah, I want to experiment with some throwable items today, because, they're pretty cool, and, yeah. Okay, I'm starting to remember that I think I was, yeah, I think I took off all my stuff so that I could do the maze, because it's all here. So, yeah, it's been a minute since I logged in. I think that's cool. I guess I'll take the torches too. But yes, okay. Here's all my stuff. So let's talk about throwables because they're pretty cool. So we have bombs. Yeah, okay, so they're all in here. So yeah, we have a few different throwable items. The thing I'm interested in is sort of how they interact with other stuff. Yeah, because all the bombs have stuff, but I'm really curious about if we can interact with machines with them. That's sort of something I'm thinking about a lot. And do I have good slabs somewhere? No, I don't. Make you into slabs. No. I don't know where I put my inventory. It must be somewhere around here, right? Right? Well, that's, interesting. It appears there's an amoeba over spawn. I don't know if there's anything on top of it. It looks like something you'd see under a microscope and think, ugh, ugh, ugh. Anyway, love this. I'm so glad we did this. This makes me just so much happier about this build. So, I need some snow. And is that one of the biomes I've done so far? Yes. I think dead grass. One of these should be around snow. Alright, we are back in our open air workshop, and we've got two types of throwable items. So, yeah, as I was looking through them, there's not a ton that aren't bombs. This could be a lot of fun. I do want to play with in a little bit. There's also a few others that just are kind of interesting. The plant bomb, the scare flare, I think works the same as like a flare. Oh, I think these are the only two that don't like have effects associated with them, but I guess we'll find out. So we got toilet paper. Yep. We've got snowballs. So snowballs, yeah, turn stuff into snow, which is kind of interesting. It does give me the thought that you could do like a Splatoon style of game, maybe. Yeah, so we'll turn back. Kind of neat. There's another bomb that... Plant bomb. This would just be expensive to make. Yeah. You could probably do some sort of game, you know, with grass and like snowball and trying to do something neat with that. What I'm curious about is... No, this just doesn't really do anything. Okay. Yeah, what I was curious about is if there's a block that can kind of get a signal from being hit. So the only one I could think of is the pressure plate. So we are going to try and see if... I assume that's hitting, but... Okay, so it doesn't seem like the pressure plate can take a signal from being hit by something. Not really anything else in machines that would be able to get something like that, right? No, if you hit a switch, I don't think it's going to do anything. Not like a target block or anything that can just ding, you know. That was kind of my thought. What are these? Okay, I know I'm going completely off track, but like, what are these? Canvas wall, cragwood, and leather. Okay, we're gonna check that out. Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like we're not gonna be able to do... I was curious about some sort... No, I walked over it, right? That was me. I was curious about doing some sort of target game, but it looks like it would have to be something with either bombs or snowballs. But it looks like they aren't able to interact directly with the machines. Unless somebody has another way, in which case let me know, but yeah, that's okay. Okay, so I wanted to keep track of ideas that actually work. Because I do have, like, ideas, so I'm just more curious about ones that, you know, can actually work. So we're gonna keep a running total over here. Snowball, horseshoe. I'm not even considering... the only thing I'm thinking about horseshoe is that it'd kind of have to be like a distance game to have any skill. But it is an interesting one. Okay, let's go check out these customization ones, because I don't think I've ever played with these. Oh, paint mix. Paint mix. Okay, I want to try both of these blocks. I feel like I'm just learning this game brand new. Yeah, no, I'm starting to think maybe I should try to use villagers again. I don't really remember them being that useful when I experimented. I also hate collecting wood. So, like, maybe I should just put down a bunch of lumberjacks. If I remember correctly, they basically just need to be next to trees. Because, you know, wood's one of those things you need a bunch of. And it's like, but it's really boring to get. Know what I mean? You get it. I mean, look at you. Tall. Handsome. Other words. Something I love about YouTube is people discovering stuff like way after the fact. And I just know my little goof at the start of this episode where I was confused about where stuff was. Like 3 years from now, I'm going to get a comment of somebody just watching the playlist saying like, put it in the chest, man. Like, what are you talking about? And I know it's coming, and I'm just very excited for it, you know? Anywho, let's see. How do I Bloop, blop, bleep. I want you to be a logger. Yeah. That's it, right? Call you Todd. Nice gender neutral name. And I'm going to put a second one here. You're going to be Mika. Yeah, mind. Okay, so you're both loggers. What do you need? Logger. Wrong NP. Okay. So they just can't be that close to each other. So if I go put this lady over here, that'll be fine. So you can't put a bunch of loggers. I feel like I remember you could put a bunch of gardeners together. There's so many. Wow. Expert miner. Huh. Interesting. Sorry, Mika. Alright. So both of them are set up. Expert miner. Interesting. So, let's make these blocks. So, I just need a whole bunch of these. That. You know what? Let's get one of each. No idea what these are, or why they look so fancy. Alright, clear our inventory here. And, you know what? Let's start with these weird canvas mix. Okay, so it's just a completely plain white block, and what's the... I totally remembered it was the period button. Very confused. Is that... Okay, Okay, so that is. It's mixing the two paint colors. Somehow. If I go white and... Is it mixing? Is it only mixing them when I place it down? Is that... What? Change it to... And that. Okay. And... Adding white? Okay, wait. Okay. So red and blue. Okay, so it is. It's mixing the two paint colors. Man, I guess that's cool. Yeah, it's one of those things that, like, that's neat. I just, I guess if you're, like, I don't have the brain for that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have I'm not the color guy, you know? Also, sorry, I should have cleared these off my screen, so a little nicer. I'm not the color guy, so I don't, you know. Alright, so this is what canvas blocks looks like. I know I've played with these, and they're very nice. Okay, so let's just, Oh, I see. So these are just sort of like really cool pattern blocks. Yeah. Oh, okay. This one? Okay, these are... Like, I'm like a little mad nobody's told me about these. So these are just like unbelievably cool pattern blocks that you can just get crazy with. Like, look at that. Ah. Okay. Forget maze. Why are these called maze blocks? These are maze junctions? Yeah, I guess in theory you could do like mazes, but like who's gonna... You know what? I say that, somebody's doing it right now. I mean, look at these though. These are amazing. Okay, so what happens if you start coloring them? Okay, so they each have 2 colors, and you can do, like, crazy stuff with... Got it. Okay. Okay, this is awesome. Oh my goodness. Are these blocks new? Like, I have absolutely no idea when these came in. Like, even just look at that as, like, a wallpaper. Or, like, a kitchen floor. Looks are incredible. Yeah, like, you could do a maze with these very easily and do, like, a really cool thing. I mean, just look at these. Sorry, I know I'm gushing, but these are just gorgeous. Okay. Yeah. I have no idea what I want to use these for, but I know I want to use these. Okay. I need a moment here because I'm just... They're so cool. Alright, I've had my moment. I absolutely love these blocks. So, that's just something I want to announce. I will be using them. I don't know how, I don't know where. They're also pretty cheap. So they're 1-to-1 canvas walls. You get 8 canvas walls for 2 cragwood, 1 leather. Like, they're pretty easy to get a whole bunch of, right? I didn't see this one. I didn't see this one. Maze ends. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's so cool. Okay, we have to do this. You guys know. You guys know we have to do this. Straight line. Probably one that's a straight line. I just don't know which one it's in. You can just do an arrow. Just do an arrow straight down. Okay. Yeah, so we could do a floor maze at some point. Something cool with those blocks. To be honest, it would be a weird annoyance, I think, to get them done. But you could do it. I mean, it's definitely doable. I think it would just be more frustrating than making a maze like the old-fashioned way. That's okay. You know what? We have a bunch of them. Why don't we use them now? So, next up, I'm thinking about a flying course. I chose this spot a little bit because there's a canyon right here. And I think canyons are super cool. I mean, they're just a cool biome in general, but I think they're also really cool for flying around. Now, part of the issue with a flying course is a few things. I've tried to make one of these before. So everyone has a glider now. Before, not everyone had a glider, which was a bit of a bummer. But now everyone has a glider, and the game's running substantially better. The last time I tried to make one of these, the game was not running well. The game was not running well at all. The other issue is, before we had the stamina slider, flying took a crazy amount of stamina. So your course couldn't be very long. Now we have a little bit better stamina. And the game runs smooth enough that even you could see just flags sort of between these. It's not stuttering and trying to catch up, and then all of a sudden you hit the ground and it's a whole thing. Now there's a little bit more wiggle room. So I think I want to give this another try, and we've got a very, very cool area here to do that. But one of the other things that was holding me back for a long time was, I guess, collision box? I don't know quite how to describe it. You know what? Let's go back to the grass. I'm jumping around a lot. We'll probably use the canyon to get this set up when we get rolling. But one of the issues I had... Oh my gosh, we can make arrows now. Sorry, I just... So, before, you basically had to make the rings absolutely enormous, or you would clip into them and your animation would stop. Much like this. So, this was a bad spot to put this. I want to test out sort of how small we can get the rings before we start running into issues with clipping because you don't want to be flying through the course and then all of a sudden you stop flying like that. You want people to be able to fly through them and have a little bit of leeway so that, you know, you can do it good. Did my brain just stop? Or I don't know what all those words were. Okay, so I'm going to make a few different rings of different sizes, and we are going to do some flying tests through them. Okay, as the sun sets, we've got some sizes, and I know there's 2 spaces between in the middle. Don't worry about it. I only just noticed it now. We've got a 5x5, a 4x4, 3x3, and a 2x2. I am given a sneaking suspicion that 3x3 might be the smallest we can go, but try it out. 5x5 is no problem. 5x5 is, yeah, it's no problem. And can I do a cool, oh, no. It's very weird to turn with gliders. They have a very strange, I don't know, maybe it's just bad at me. Yeah, 4x4, no problem. What did I just say? Oh my goodness. 4x4, no problem. Now, 3x3, we'll try in just a minute, but I just wanted to show you guys, if you clip a little bit at the top, drop down, and if you clip a little bit at the bottom, you drop down. Let's just try running into the sides a little bit. Is it just any block? No. So sides, you get some leeway, which is interesting. We might be able to do, like, tall and skinny, perhaps? All right, let's try 3x3. Hit the top. Hit the top. Top again. Try hit the bottom. You know what? I think it's because you get this little jump when you press G. Shoots you a little bit taller. So let's. Okay, yeah, I can get through it. I can get through it. I can get through it. 2x2. I think might be too small. I didn't even make it there. Okay. Yeah, let's go from this way when we have actual clearance. I don't think 2x2 will work, but nope. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, okay, okay. No, I mean, I could spend all day trying. I don't think 2x2 is gonna work. It also just 2x2, like, I don't want the course to be wildly difficult to the point where it's sort of a fail rate. But I do like the idea of sort of combining different sizes throughout the course. You know, maybe some are 3 wide, some are bigger, just to sort of add sort of another level of interest. There is another thing I want to try here. Okay, so here's what I want to try. So it's 2 wide, but I think we can bump on the side. So it's really just as long as we don't clip above or below. Yeah, we can get through. So we can have 2 wide. Just can't, we just can't have 2 tall, it seems like. Yeah, that's actually not that difficult. Now, what if we knew something absolutely insane? I have no idea if this is... I mean, I don't really know if any of these worked before we tried, but this one... Wowzers! Okay, we can go 1 wide. We can go 1 wide. Yeah, this is making me think somebody's going to prove that you can actually fly through it too tall. But I will say I did end up trying that quite a bit off camera, and I never once did it. So I don't think we're going to go with that. This is interesting, though. 1 wide is very interesting. Yeah, it's actually not that difficult. What if we did... 3 wide, you don't have a ton of leeway up or down. Yeah, that was, that's tight. That's tight. But we do sort of have the base for flying now. You can go through a 1 wide, as long as it's 3 tall. So we can do some neat stuff. we can do some neat stuff. Yeah. That just becomes how difficult I want to make it, and just sort of how I want to actually do it. And while we're on that topic, I am curious sort of how far we can go on a full tank here. The other thing is, we could, in theory, get like stamina potions. Yeah, there's a stamina potion somewhere. I just don't remember which it is. I don't know if it's here actually. There's stamina food maybe. There's something that can increase stamina if we really did want to. But let's just try and go. So, unlike Minecraft, you don't seem to pick up like a ton of speed by sort of, you know. Like you pick up a little bit of speed going down, but not as much. So it's mostly based on how much stamina you can get through. If we get some stamina food, I think you can double your stamina. And like if you're smart with stamina, you can go pretty good. You could also make little jump pads where maybe you can stop, and that adds like a level of, I don't know what you would call it. It adds like sort of a level of interest, is that you can sort of stop, get some stamina, and keep going. And then you have a little bit more skill as to like where you stop, for how long, how much stamina you use. You get pretty in depth with this. Be cool. Alright, let's see if this works as easy as I think it does. We've got a switch hooked up to a counter, hooked up to a sign, and that's all I've done. Okay, so it counts each time the switch gets flicked. Okay, so it's not a timer. Not a timer, it's a counter. Interesting. Interesting. So it's something that can count time. I have no... Yeah. And the only thing I'm thinking is, with one of these, I guess you could hook up sensors, and every time they pass through one, it would count. But then it's like, there's no time component, it would just be how many you can get through. Yeah, I don't have the brain for this sort of thing. If anyone knows how to make a timer, please let me know. But that's actually going to do it for me today. I spent a weird amount of time off camera playing with these and just sort of flying around trying to get some stuff done. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in those comments below. I am excited. I really would like to get a flying course up and running. I think it'll be really cool. We'll probably use some sort of color scheme like this. And yeah, I think it'll be neat. I think it'll be a good time. So yeah. Let me know what you guys think in those comments below. Any concerns, thoughts, whatever's going on, you know? Maybe just a hiya. And I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!